Dann gehen wir mal in die Trainings rein. Von denen hatten wir schon dich gefinisht. Dann machen wir mit der Magic mal weiter. Made a few adjustments to a common share myself. They're also lovely that I just had to teach them lots of very powerful arts. Seeing them develop was so fulfilling, just like flowers. And she's the only person who will ever throw that parallel. I really appreciate it. Can try to get some practice in before the operation gets underway. Leave our armies, give them a shot if you can spare the time. Gut, dann wen nehmen wir für Arts? Ich würde schon fast sagen... Dich bei... Nein. Euch beide und euch beide. Wenn du Audios in Craft oder Audio. Okay, dann mag ja vielleicht jetzt nicht die beste Variante. Oh wait, ich habe ja immer noch...
Ja. Charge します。行きます。僕の番だね。任せてちょうだい。アークス、駆動。僕の番だね。はあ。さてと。
すまない。僕の番だな。
Nein!
Ah. すまない。助かる。
行きます。あ、私の番ね。あ。
そんなバカな。
Okay, du musst es nicht überleben. Das Ding.
Ha. すみません。ピンチだね。アークス。ごめんみんな。私の番ね。私の番ですね。アークス。
So. Shops. Shops. Du hast nur die kostspieligen Items. Du hast Weapons. Wo ist noch? Do you want a general store? Scopes. Danke. You can craft anyone reaching low HP or something.
ごめんみんな。
Ja, das ist halt schon, ne?
アークス。私の番ね。行きます。私の番ね。
Das ist ein süß Mute.
ありがとう。ごめんみんな。上等じゃない。
Alter.
ありがとう。私の番ね。アークス。抜かったわね。私の番ね。
Ich will das schon mal killen. Ich könnte jetzt einfach meine Main-Party machen.
アークス任せてちょうだい。行くわ。そんな。すみません皆さん。
So. Dieses Speed erschwingen, bevor er es machen kann?
気をつけてください。崩れた。
参る。
アークス駆動。
はあ。
行こっか。行くよ。オーバーライズ。はっ。
行くぞ。
Ich kann den nicht Krell bürsten? Okay.
や。
私の番だね。やっ。 甘いよ。崩れた。任せてちょうだい。行くわよ。甘いよ。崩れた。行こっかリン。
任せてくれ。
はっ。やっ。任せて。アークス駆動。はい。アークス駆動。
俺の番だな。
Spread my career, Wüstenschossen, ist aber okay. Aber so kenne ich wenigstens die ganze scheiß Tasche. I mean, this is a no-brainer.
Charge します。ありがとう。行こっか。行くよ。はっ。
俺の番だな。
Okay, jetzt ist jemand in der Tittensäule.
Ha!
「私の番だね」。はっ。私の番だね。はっ。やっ。行こっか。はっ。し。崩れた。
隙あり。
任せてちょうだい。
Zerstört-Kriege, was auch angenehm ist. Dann schauen wir für Fortuna.
Mai. Ha! Ja.
お返し。
Jo.
行こっか。行
Kann
く
ja ein
よ。
bisschen schneller sein, danke.
はっ。
Oh, sehr schön. Wenigstens hielt sie dadurch.
行くわよ。やあ。
Diese Cast hat gefühlt viel zu lange gedauert.
これで一安心ですね。
Sehr schön. Oh, that was simply incredible. To try to see your abilities in full bloom like that. Can't thank you enough for showing me such an incredible display, but I hope that these will do so. Just as there are no limits on the flower's beauty, there are no limits to how much stronger you can become. So if you'd like to tackle that training exercise again, please do ask me. Ah, you managed to clear all 5 levels of our arts training. That takes some real skill. Congratulations, all of you. Thanks for setting them up for us. Feeling much more confident in my abilities after all that. Same here, nothing like getting some mobile staff practice in. Cheers, Ada. Good. Okay, now I can really focus on this operation. I've given you all the help I can. Well, I have one more thing I can do. One more reward for all you've achieved. Was man hier normalerweise, glaube ich, kriegen würde, wäre... Aber wir haben schon den Rage gemacht, haben wir Cypher gekriegt, kriegt man Mages von. Und man kriegt von dem nächstes Mal so gleich machen Chevalier. If you feel like doing any more training, you know where to find us. Landing logging is a hand in here from now on. We don't have much time until the operation starts, but I think you will find the training to be more than worth your time. If you have any trouble adopting your skills, by all means, give it a try. I've kind of made the combat chair especially worthless just for you. That's not the sort of thing you should say with a smile on your face. So, dann machen wir noch Close Combat. So, warte. Damit die Links richtig gesetzt sind. Danke. What are you using us? I'm about using items. Geh rein da. Strong and line art.
Mail. Chance da.
私の番ね。さあ、とっとと先に進むわよ。
Hey, that was an impressive performance indeed. But as you wrote, go ahead and take him. So, oder der letzte. Ich glaube, ich nehme einfach Chooses für sein Ding mit. To be honest, einfach für seine Physical Immunity. Bin mir für Audio Using Arts. Okay. Low HP. Machen wir uns das einfach. Ja, okay, sure, Real Gate regelt sogar fast komplett.
甘い今だ
いただき
So muss das.
やったね完全勝利
あさす
So. I expected your team would get demolished, but you certainly showed me. Push the shells to the limits too, huh? I didn't think it would last more than a few seconds. Well, in light of your survival, please take your hard-earned reward. Should you ever feel like taking some of the challenges again, do let me know. Or else happy to have you train. Holy shit, you guys actually managed to beat all 5 levels of our training program. I'm very impressed. Although, given that you defeated our order back at the academy, I think I would have been slightly disappointed if we didn't. That definitely wasn't easy, that's for sure. You guys are so honest and polite. I don't even know how to respond. I know it doesn't hurt to be a snarky asshole every once in a while, right? Yeah, I do it all the time. Just saying that because he doesn't want to admit how he feels. He's thrilled that the academy has so many talented first-year combatants, even outside the fencing club. I'm really thrilled if you'd shut up. It's an honor to hear that. Oh, that reminds me, I also have your reward for getting all 5 levels. Well, see you later. If you ever feel like you need a workout, you know where to find it. Gut. Dann haben wir noch was anderes. Man kann sich jetzt die Imperial Chronicles 6 kaufen. Ich glaube, muss ich jetzt nicht zeigen, wo man sie sich kauft. Dementsprechend lesen wir sie. Imperial Chronicle. Breaking. Battle for Heimdall. Tensions mount. It is referred that the 3rd and 4th Armor Division, regarded as rebels, have called for residents of the area surrounding Heimdall to evacuate if possible. Sources have suggested that both divisions are attempting to launch a decisive battle for control of the city, causing tensions to build on the outskirts of the capital. Nothing to fear. Meanwhile, the Noble Alliance forces are well prepared to defend the capital, presenting themselves as an all but insurmountable obstacles for the rebels. One officer in charge of the Sword Platoon commandant. If that's what they're planning, then they're welcome to try. It's high time we wiped all those rebel scumbags once and for all. Meanwhile, the armies of General Gegen and Brigadier General Bardius, both with countless victories to their names, have gathered in Heimdall and are expected to take part in the coming battle. Current intelligence suggested that the rebel forces are not as well supplied as those of the Noble Alliance, and so any such battle is unlikely to last more than a day or two at most. As the citizens of Erebonia not to fear and to believe that the overwhelming odds in the Noble Alliance's favor will speed them to a well-earned victory. Effect on public transport. Should a battle break out, it is expected that all train and airship services would be suspended. When questioned, a member of the Ministry of Railways responded, "Ensuring the safety of our passengers is paramount to us, and as such we would have no choice but to suspend service until we could offer such a guarantee again." This publication suggests that all citizens planning to travel keep a close eye on the national news and preferably avoid all non-essential travel altogether until the rebel forces have been quelled. Crime. Duke Aberea arrested. The ruling lord of the Kroatzen province, Duke Aberea, appears to have been arrested on suspicion of a number of crimes. He stands accused of arson, inciting disorder, and the willful harm of Erebonian citizens, among other charges. Perhaps the most damning incident is the charge of setting fire to Caldic, but he must reiterate that no evidence has been found against the Duke, and thus he remains innocent until proven guilty. Nonetheless, his arrest has led to a wave of confusion spreading across the provincial capital of Bariahad, as the region is effectively left without a governing head. Trusted sources have also informed us that he has been summarily expelled from the alliance, which had no part in instigating any of the illegal actions he is alleged to have taken. Breaking. More trouble in Crossbow. Reports have begun to pour in about another helping of trouble for the beleaguered Crossbow. The accounts are vague and fragmentary, but all suggest a blue light has appeared on the eastern side of the country, along with a gigantic tree. We'll bring you more on this emerging story as it develops. However, there's a strong possibility this represents yet another new weapon being developed in secret by the Rogue State. a weapon that might be turned against the Empire in an invasion attempt. Those living near the border are advised to remain alert. Breaking, Mr. Fronting Chaos. The battle for Western Aragonia was thought to have been all but won, but a setback has apparently emerged in the form of the previously missing 7th Armor Division. The division is working in tandem with a avowedly neutral group, Wings of Freedom, and is calling on the Noble Alliance forces to cease hostilities. The Alliance forces, meanwhile, have just begun the final phase of their plan to neutralize their position in the West. They are now warning the group that any attempt to obstruct their work will be regarded as treason. Furthermore, reports have suggested that the remnants of the former Imperial Army are beginning to reassemble, bringing even greater confusion to a region already battered by war. Breaking, strange happenings in Trista. Eyewitness reports point to trouble in the picturesque town of Trista, just a short way from Heimdallr. With sightings of large number of students, they are claiming to be on leave of absence from their studies. Likelihood this is the work of seditious elements, and the Noble Alliance fully intends to conduct a thorough investigation at a later time. Notice, from the editors. With the war reaching perhaps its most fevered pitch, many of our readers are likely feeling more than a little nervous, understandably so. We would like to advise those living in or near the capital to remain apprised of the current events and to try and remain calm in the case of an emergency. We can only hope that the war's final days are soon to come. And it is the humble opinion of this paper that any further expansion of the war would only harm the strength of this great nation. Chief Editor. Naja. Ist es sehr biased, oder? So. Dann gehen wir noch mal in die... Wir haben gerade mal die Black Records hier explizit angesprochen. Dann gucken wir da nochmal rein. Hier war eine Vorlauf. Okay. Black Records haben wir schon abgegeben. So. Dann kümmern wir uns jetzt erstmal um ein paar Character Notes. Und wir starten mit on the Bridge. Mit die Uncle Minecraft is a total disaster sometimes. Yesterday was totally the perfect chance for him and he just wasted it. Well, if he's not gonna make sure the two of them get together, I sure as heck will. But I guess we've got some work to do here first. Let's save those hostages. Oh. Ja, Lockings hätte noch was für uns gehabt. Right, I'm gonna have to make sure my blades in perfect condition while I can. It's been a long time coming, but the nobles are gonna get what they deserve. They won't even see us coming. It's time to make them pay for all the shit they've pulled. Careful now, Loggins. That scary expression you used to wear all the time for the first year has come back. We second years need to conduct ourselves calmly and gracefully, even while slaying our foes. They both seem pretty damn scary to me. Kind of. Edel nochmal. Driving our power to ensure that this operation is a success. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can bring our plans to fruition. Well, I'm not much when it comes to combat, but I give my all regardless. For someone who's not much when it comes to combat, she certainly ran us ragged as part of the Order of the Lion. Ja, ich glaube, sie unterschätzt sich selbst so ein bisschen. So, dann machen wir als nächstes okay. I promised myself that I'd definitely help restore the Grand Market to its former glory. That's why I'll make it through this operation along with y'all. That being said, make sure you're ready before we bust in there. I've got everything you'll need stocked up. Patrick on the front deck. The most important task may have fallen to your class, but the rest of us will still be joining the fight as well. You keep the Imperial Guardsmen out of your hair so you can focus on your own battles. You better not let us down. Naturally. Yeah, we will fight with confidence, knowing we've got good people carrying our backs, you included. Huh, don't presume that I'm doing this to help you. My main concern is that you save His Majesty and Elise, of course. You can't stand the thought of her being imprisoned a moment longer. She's far too lovely for that, and to be a sister. Believe me, I want to rescue her. Still, I appreciate the sentiment. You know what else she's far too lovely for? You. So don't even think of trying to cozy up to her. Do you have to be so menacing and overprotective every time I bring her up? I was trying to show my concern. So wurde schön. So, Margarita reden. Last night I once again laid bare my burning desire to Vincent. And do you know what he told me? He told me that he would give me his answer after this operation is over. That's an indirect marriage proposal if I've ever heard one. Oh, Vincent, I knew you've always felt the same way I did. This is a disaster waiting to happen. Definitely. Paris? Ah ja, Paris hat man von uns schon gehabt. Okay. Gegen. Listening to him, you'd never imagine we were about to embark on a life-threatening operation. Still, as imbecilic as he can be, he is the next head of our family. I have to keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't do anything too foolish and lose his. As much as I would prefer fighting on the front lines with you and your classmates. He'll take good care of Elisa for you. Be sure to stay safe during your part of the operation too. I don't need your concern. Okay, wollen wir mit Vincent reden? I no longer have anything to fear. My graceful spearmanship shall cleave even the winds in my way to ribbons and cut a path to safety for the hostages. Onward, my dear sister. Onward, my capable servant. Together we shall show the world what the illustrious royal family is truly capable of. A pleasure, Master Vincent. Of course, the moment he does anything respectable, he goes and wobbles his heroic speech. I learned how to fight with a pistol in order to act as a bodyguard for Master Vincent and Lady Ferris. The training was grueling, but the alternative was having to share the task of serving them with another, which I could simply not abide. That's some devotion. But of course, can you think of anyone more worthy of devotion than Master Vincent and Lady Ferris? Everyone cannot. As long as I draw breath, I will do everything possible to keep him safe. Extremst devoted, not gonna lie. So, Makarov in the computer room. Dang. Gotta admit, I didn't expect anything would ask me to help out with your divine knight's fancy new sword. Still, glad we got it all sorted out. And just in time too, thanks to Dr. Makarov. And I would have guessed that you're one of Professor Schmidt's disciples, or even a student from the institute. That was on purpose. I tried to keep my mouth shut about all this stuff. Schmidt used to have me help him out on weapon research, which, as you can imagine, got sick of real quick. That's why I decided to get the hell out of there and move to another school or $100. Even then, the whole Schmidt's disciple thing ended up getting me involved in all sorts of nonsense I didn't care about. Got sick and tired of that too, so I bailed and ended up at Force. Oh, sounds like we've had a pretty traumatic education, to say the least. Welcome to adulthood. Welcome to adulthood, indeed. Gut. Support Gate. Oder auch nicht, dann gehen wir halt. Dann gehen wir halt Bridge und fliegen halt. It's great to find everyone from the academy on board the courageous. Everyone who went missing, everyone who chose to stay at the academy, they are here, ready to fight with us. It's kind of surreal. We really did go and achieve exactly what we set out to do, you know? Yeah, I know the feeling. Took back the academy, Ivani's money Itachi has been forged. Nothing's stopping us from giving this operation. Oh, that being said, it feels a little wrong to say that we have everyone when there's one of us missing. I didn't even think of that. Sure, slightly enough here as it is, but Crow has this special energy no one else can bring. But just remember, him not being here yet doesn't make what you have done any less amazing. So thank you, Rin. I can't imagine all of us would be here now if not for you. I think you're giving me too much credit here. Coming this far was a team effort. I may be a part of that team, but so are you and everyone else. Don't worry, I should have known you would say that. And now that you have, I'd like to give you this. Real news to you. Also wir würden von ihr jetzt, glaube ich, normalerweise, was steht hier? Emblem Master Quotes würden wir von ihr kriegen. We can't quit here, not while we're so close, so we'll be able to bring Crow home, and only then will we really be able to say we have everyone on board. Right. Operation J is bound to be the toughest thing we've ever done. If we are not completely in sync, there's no way we'll be able to pull this off. We've gotta work hard and work together. Just the same out there, okay? I will, I promise. Others are bound and determined to make this a success. And when I say all of us, I don't just mean Class 7. So don't worry about us, we'll be back and we'll be tracking Grow with us. Okay, I believe in you. Together I know we'll be able to make it back to the academy, all of us. So. Trista.
どこへ行こうか。任せて。
Dann unsere letzte Character Note fürs erste. Schön schön, wie auch ihr seht, dass hier oben auch leicht so Schnee liegt. Infirmary. It's no secret by now that I used to be a colonel in the military. The Underdrate's War 12 years ago was a major factor in my early retirement, in fact. Ooh. It was the one between us and the borough, right? That's right, and it was meaningless, fueled by nothing but the foolish desire of a few select individuals. Because the rebellions lost their lives, lost over nothing. Ich wollte gerade sagen, eine bestimmte Mutter mit eingeschlossen, aber mir ist gerade der Name entfallen. Wie kann ich gerade einfach so random ihren Namen gerade einfach so entfallen? Warte. Das kann ich jetzt nicht auf mir sitzen lassen. Estelle, klar. Oh. Wie konnte ich gerade den Namen vergessen? Jesus. Ja, Estelles Mom included. Also, Estelle hat ja ihre Mom in dem 100 Days War verloren. I realized that I no longer had the ability to save the people who truly needed saving. It's not true at all. You on the other hand, all of you seem to have the ability to bring light back to this land in a way that I cannot. More importantly, I believe in you. That's why I'm confident you We'll all make it back from the ordeal ahead. Thing Instructor. It's the least we can do, after all. We'll be back, Beatrix, we promise. Gut. Dann